Something is banging on the front door. Not knocking. Banging. The kind that rattles the frame. You look through the peephole and there's your neighbor, the one who waved at you every morning for 6 years. His shirt is torn. His eyes are wrong. You don't open the door. You have 90 seconds before you find out why. But first, let's go back 14 hours and see how you got here. You are a normal person. You work a normal job. Last night the news mentioned a contained outbreak in a hospital 3 towns over. You didn't think about it twice. You went to bed at 11. You didn't know that by morning, contained would mean nothing at all. Here is the first rule, and it will save your life more than any weapon. Information beats panic. The moment you hear words like outbreak, quarantine, or aggressive symptoms on the news, you stop scrolling and you start moving. Most people who die in the first 24 hours die because they waited for someone to tell them it was real. 6:14 a.m. Your phone buzzes with an emergency alert. Shelter in place. You look outside. Your neighbor is still on your porch. He's not knocking anymore. He is standing very still, head tilted, like he's listening for something. That stillness is worse than the banging. Rule 2. Check every lock before you check the news. Doors, windows, garage, basement hatch if you have one. A single unlocked door has ended more households than any bite ever will. You do this now, quietly, room by room. By 6:30, the street outside has changed. Not chaos yet, just wrongness. A car idling with no driver. A dog barking at something behind a hedge and then going silent mid-bark. You start packing, and you follow the rule that separates people who survive the first week from people who don't. You take water and medication before you take weapons. Dehydration kills faster than teeth do. Your bag, water, any medication you take daily, a first aid kit, a flashlight, a phone charger that doesn't need an outlet, and shoes you can run in for an hour without stopping. Not fashion, function. 7:02 a.m. Your neighbor is gone from the porch. You don't know where. That's worse than seeing him. Rule 3. Never assume a threat has left just because you can't see it. You move room to room again, confirming every window before you let yourself breathe. By mid-morning, the streets are louder. Not screaming, not yet. Car alarms. A helicopter somewhere far off. You turn on the radio because the internet has started to lag, then buffer, then die completely. You learn the truth in fragments. Hospitals overwhelmed within hours. The infection spreading through bites and, worse, through blood contact nobody warned you about. Military moving to secure key infrastructure, which never means your street. You realize the emergency broadcast is 20 minutes behind reality. That gap is the most dangerous 6 inches of information in the entire crisis. Rule 4. Treat every official update as already outdated. Trust your eyes over the broadcast. Noon. You hear your neighbor again. Not banging this time, scratching, low, at the base of your back door. You freeze. Your instinct says run for the front. Your training, if you had any, says something different. Never create a second entry point by opening one to escape another. You wait. You listen. The scratching stops. Then it moves, slow, along the side of the house, toward the fence. This is the moment most guides skip. How to think, not just what to carry. Fear compresses your decision-making into 2 options, fight or flee, when a third almost always exists. Wait and observe. The infected, based on every credible report by noon, are drawn to noise and fast movement, far more than smell or stillness. Standing frozen behind a locked door is, statistically, the safest thing a person can do in the first hours of any outbreak. By 2 p.m., you have a decision to make: shelter in place or move to somewhere more defensible before nightfall. You choose to move because your house has too much glass and not enough exits. This is Rule 5. Assess your space like a stranger would break into it, not like a family lives in it. Big windows, thin doors, and single exit rooms are liabilities no matter how safe they used to feel. You leave through the garage, not the front door, because the garage door opens away from the street and gives you 3 extra seconds nobody watching the front would give you. Those 3 seconds matter more than anything in your bag. 4:40 p.m. You reach your sister's building, 4 floors up, 1 stairwell, 1 door. Defensible. She's already barricaded the entrance with a bookshelf and a message taped to the inside of the door. Don't open unless you hear the knock. 3 short, 1 long. You didn't know she'd thought of a code. She didn't know you'd survive the walk over. Neither of you says that part out loud. Night falls fast when the streetlights don't come on. Somewhere below, something is moving through the parking lot in a rhythm that isn't quite human. Too even, too patient. You both go quiet. This is Rule 6, and it's the one that decides who makes it to morning. Silence is a weapon before it is ever a comfort. Whispers only. No phone lights, no television, even muted, because the blue glow travels farther through a window than you think. Somewhere around 2 a.m., the knock comes. 3 short, 1 long. You almost don't believe it. You open the door anyway, because you already agreed that's what the code means, and you have to trust the plan you made when you could still think clearly, because you won't be able to think that clearly again for a long time. It's a neighbor from 2 floors down, bleeding from a cut on his arm, not a bite, just a cut. He made it. Not everyone will. But the ones who do are the ones who had a rule before they needed one. A lock checked, a bag packed, a code at the door, a decision made in daylight instead of panic. And the crazy thing is, most of them never expected today would be the day the rule mattered. They just never stopped preparing.